this is Rick Kasalj, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, what I wanted to go through is how to get relief from knee pain after running. Now, Andrea's going to go through the exercises. I'll highlight the details, and she'll show you the first exercise, and then we'll go through the other 6 that you can do to help relieve knee pain after running. Good, so that's the first one, foam rolling out the quads. Now, how it breaks down is you're going from standing, you go down to the floor, and you're going to utilize a foam roller in order to foam roll out the quads. So we got a full foam roller here. This one's a 3-foot. All you need is a 1-foot, and Andrea's starting out just below the hip, rolling through that front of the quad, up to the knee, just above the knee, and then rolling through again. Good. And then what I'll get you to do is maybe we'll kind of go through it. I'll get you to face that way, and you can roll through the, we'll roll through the left quad. Okay, so she's moving down to the floor, started just above the knee, rolling to just below the hip, and then rolling through that front of the quad again, using her upper body to move her along that foam roller. Good. So when we look at the sets, reps, time, and intensity, for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 5. One repetition is moving up the quad and back down. Time, smooth controlled movement with a quick stop at the end position. Intensity should be moderate. You should be putting the amount of weight into the foam roller so it's uncomfortable, so it feels like the muscle is being massaged out. And the purpose of this exercise is, with running, you're utilizing the quads a lot, and by foam rolling out the quads, it helps decrease the tension in the quad and helps when it comes to recovery of the quadricep muscle from running. And if we can decrease that tension in that quad, then there's less pull happening on the knee and leading to knee pain. Okay, so that's the first one. Now moving on to the second one, it's another one involving the foam roller. So going from standing down to that foam roller. And so with this one, it's foam rolling out the hamstrings. So starting at like just above the knee, rolling through the belly of the hamstring to just below the hip, and utilizing the upper body and the arms to roll you over that foam roller. Good. Now, looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity, for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 5, and a repetition is moving down the hamstring and back up. The intensity for this one is light to moderate. You want to be putting enough weight into it so it feels like you're massaging out that muscle. The time, smooth controlled movement with a quick stop at the end position. And the purpose of the exercise is to decrease the tension within the hamstring, and also to help when it comes to the hamstring recovering from running. Okay, moving on to the third exercise. Okay, good. Foam rolling out the IT band. So with this one, you're lying on the side, you got the foam roller, you can start just above the knee, and then you're going to foam roll out that outer thigh just to below the hip, and then rolling back down to just above the knee. Good, and continuing back and forth up that IT band. Now, looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity, for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 5, and a repetition is moving up the outer part of the thigh and back down. Time, smooth controlled movement with a quick stop at the end position. The intensity, you want it to be moderate, and you want to feel like you're getting a massage done. And I find with this one, of the 3, this one needs the least amount of weight put into it. And the purpose of this exercise is to decrease the tension in the IT band and to help when it comes to recovering the legs from running. So with these 3, you would definitely go through them on one side and then also go through them on the other side. So we've gone through 3 down. Now moving on to the 4th one. So the fourth one is calf stretch against the wall. And how it would break down, so we're going to kind of show it from the side, but ideally you want to be facing the wall. So you've got one hand on the wall, you're going from standing, taking a big step back, both toes are pointing straight ahead, your heels down, and you might shift your weight a little bit forward in order to intensify the stretch in your calf, and then your hands are on the wall so you can isolate that stretch in the calf. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, so alternating back and forth. Time would be 30 seconds, so you're holding that stretch for 30 seconds. Intensity is light, and the purpose of this exercise is to loosen up the calves, and once again, the lower body is really used a lot when it comes to running, and calves are oftentimes tight when it relates to running. And even though a lot of people might not think that the calves play a part when it relates to knee pain, but it does. If there's excess tension in the calf, it'll end up pulling down on the knee, and that excessive pulling on the knee leads to knee pain. So moving from the fourth one, going on to the fifth one. So it's a standing hamstring stretch, and how this breaks down, so you're in a standing position, you're going to bring one foot out front, you're going to keep that leg straight, you're going to bend in the opposite knee, and then keep that upper body straight and bend through the hips, and looking at stretching out the hamstring area. Good. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, alternating back and forth. Time would be 20 seconds, so you're holding that end position or light stretch position for 20 seconds. Intensity is light, and the purpose of this exercise is to decrease that tension in the hamstring, and we're doing that with a static stretch. And once again, we decrease the tension in the muscles around the knee, and that will help when it comes to decreasing knee pain. Okay, moving on to the sixth one. Good, so standing quad stretch, and how this breaks down, so you're starting in standing, you're going to bring one heel towards your seat, you're going to use the same side hand to bring the heel a little bit further, and you're looking at stretching out the front of the quad. Now, you can do this away from the wall, or if you're having difficulty with balance or you're working too hard to do balancing, you can move closer to the wall so you can isolate and focus on that quad stretch. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, so alternating back and forth. Time would be 20 seconds, you're holding that light stretch for 20 seconds. Intensity is light. The purpose of the exercise, we're loosening up the tension in the quad, so the muscle just above the knee, and we're doing that with a static stretch, so holding that lengthened muscle for a long period of time, which is 20 seconds. Okay, moving on to the seventh and last one. Good, so it's a 90-90 hip flexor stretch. So how it breaks down is you're starting off into a standing position, you're going to take a big step forward, you're going to bring the back knee to the ground, you're in a 90-90 position in the front leg and the back leg, you're going to tighten up the abdominal areas, tighten the glutes and the hamstrings, and bring your hips forward, and we're looking at intensifying the stretch in the front of the hip, which may carry on down into the quadricep. Good. So looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity, for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, time would be 20 seconds, you're holding that end position for 20 seconds. Intensity is light, and the purpose of the exercise is to stretch out the hip flexors, but it also might carry on into stretching out the quadriceps. So there you go, give those 7 exercises a go to help relieve knee pain after running. Now, if you want some of my other best tips and tricks when it relates to overcoming knee pain, what I recommend you do is click right here. I have a brand new free report called 5 Tips and Tricks That Fight Knee Pain and Tightness. Just click right here. Let me know where to send that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you're watching this on a mobile device, tablet, or smartphone, head down below in the description and click the first link, which will be exercisesforinjuries.com/knees. Let me know where to send you that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you got benefit from this video, make sure to like this video. If you have a question or comment for me, leave it down below in the comment section. And lastly, hit subscribe to get future pain relieving videos.